Hello, welcome. Good evening, everyone. We'll wait just a minute here to have some other friends join us, and then we'll go ahead and get started with what we're going to be talking about for today. I feel like my camera is. Did that make it better or worse? So I've just got on a little face mask. I really needed to just take a moment for my care tonight. Take a moment to take a deep breath. Very relevant to what today's talking point is going to be, which is calming skincare. And I think it's so funny, especially that this week is the week that I have calming skincare as my sort of theme because I need it. This week has been literally so stressful. I don't know if you all have had those weeks where it's just like one thing after another, like work or a project, and then everything that just sort of piles up. I mean, it has been insane. So let's just say I really need some stress relieving skincare tonight. So this topic is perfect. I already put on my face mask. This is just a little AHA, BHA mask that I love to use. And it's not like a clay mask or anything like that. So it doesn't dry down all the way, which I love. Also makes it super easy to remove later on. But yeah, guys, it's been a week and it's not even over yet. So we're here. We're going to talk about calming skincare, de stressing skincare. And I think it's so interesting, especially for me, how stress manifests in our bodies. Like it literally changes our bodies and our skin in not so great ways. So if you're super stressed out and you haven't been able to take the time you need to just relax, do your own thing, do some self-care, it often will manifest itself in something like a stress breakout, or you'll have like a stomach ache. I feel like that has happened before too. So stress can manifest in so many different ways, and especially for me, I do tend to get like those little stress breakouts, or it's just like one pimple that just appears on the day you have a presentation, the worst day possible for it to be there. So that's stress, you know. But I think that these three products are really kind of like an amazing combo that I found that has really helped me with different kinds of stress, especially having to do with my skin. So I wanted to share these ones with y'all because I think they are actually lifesavers. This first one, I actually found what feels like forever ago now. And I've been using it ever since. And it's kind of become like a holy grail product in my skincare routine. I kind of don't even think about it anymore. I just have it. And that's kind of when you know it's really integrated, is when it's just a staple. So this is Meltdown. It is an oil for acne prone skin, and it is from the brand called Bloom. So I've known about Bloom for I I think I'm gonna say like 2 years, a year and a half. And I've used some of their other products, and I wasn't super in love with like the cleanser that I tried, but this changed the game for me. So this basically, what this product is you use like, it's an oil, so you use like a drop or two. I mix this into my moisturizer, usually at nighttime before I go to bed when I'm doing my nighttime skincare routine, and then just pat it in. It kind of has a like an herbal sort of smell, and it's not bad or anything, but it does have like a scent, so be aware of that. And it sort of just melts into your moisturizer, melts into the skin. And what it does is it really helps stop things like hormonal breakouts, stress breakouts, literally anything like that. So this is what the oil looks like when I'm just applying like a pump of it onto my hand. And the smell is kind of like It kind of smells to me like an herbal tea or something. It sort of has like a licoricey scent almost. So that is sort of what the scent is. Also feels great on my hand since we're here. But that is how the oil sort of blends in. So it really does melt away. So once you put that into your moisturizer, it will just absorb, which is super nice. And I have fell in love with this because I'm someone who deals with hormonal breakouts literally every month, and it is the bane of my existence at this point. If you have hormonal breakouts, I know you know how frustrating that can be, especially when you have those hormones. You're already probably not feeling super, super great. You're already probably feeling stressed out. There are already probably other things going on that you need to deal with. So I feel like the last thing you want to be dealing with is a breakout. So for me, this has been amazing. And I don't use it, all throughout the month. Typically, I'll use it just in like those couple of weeks when I think I'm going to get a hormonal breakout, or if I'm ever dealing with a breakout that comes from stress or from something else, then this also helps with that. So I use it kind of on a case by case basis, but it is such a great product. Thank you, Bloom, for thinking of those of us with hormonal breakouts and for making something like this. And I also will add that this bottle holds a lot of product. This, I know they also do have an even smaller size, which is like a travel size. And at first I thought that would be kind of too small, but I have both sizes. And I would say the small one is super great if you need to like take it in an overnight bag or travel with it or anything like that. We'll still definitely have more than enough product to keep you going for a while. But this one is just the one that I use and keep at home. And this one lasts me many months. Again, I don't use it every single day, but when I do, it super, super helps with stress breakouts and hormonal breakouts. Yes, love, love. I'm also loving how shiny my face mask looks right now. This is kind of how it looks when it dries. Um, but anyway, so this is Meltdown. I think it is such a great product. Again, I've been using this for like a year and a half at least. I kind of discovered it almost on accident. I think by accident because I was looking for something to help with hormonal breakouts. I kind of stumbled across the brand. I'd seen it on other platforms and I was super interested. So, Bloom, this is really the winner for me from this brand. So super happy also that they were on Verishop because I already knew all about them. And so when I found out that I could repurchase this endlessly, exactly, diamonds, absolutely. When I found out that I could repurchase this, you know, endlessly on Verishop, I was super, super excited. And I feel like Bloom is a brand that's so affordable too. So I think, especially for skincare, especially when I'm thinking about the skincare issues that I deal with, my two main things are those hormonal breakouts and then also hyperpigmentation. They are expensive problems to have. Okay. Like, especially products I've found to help with hyperpigmentation, they are bougie, you know? So when I can find something that works for one of my skincare concerns, that's affordable, that I can just buy again and again and has enough product to last me a really long time, I hang on to it. So again, if you do want to check it out, it is also on sale right now. So it's only about $15. And I think it's super, super worth it. If you have dealt with breakouts like this, stressful breakouts, hormonal breakouts, you should at least give it a shot. Just try it for a few weeks, and I guarantee you, you will see a difference. So that's Meltdown. And also, I know a lot of people wonder, like, if we have, breakouts, should we be putting more oils onto our skin? I feel like that's a question that even I used to have. And the answer to that is there are certain oils that we don't want more of on our skin, right? Like oils that produce sebum, oils that, overproduce. But if you're constantly like stripping your skin, like if you're using an astringent that has like alcohol in it that really dries out your skin, then your skin is going to get really sad and want to overproduce those oils. And so that's actually where you get into a situation where you have those bad oils that are like clogging your pores, making it worse than it already is. So if you're using oils like this that kind of help balance things out, you should be totally good to go. Because I know that is scary to put oil on an oily face, but it is okay, trust me. So the next two products that I have to talk about are super exciting. I've kind of got something from every category tonight. I've got something more like on the affordable end for those hormonal breakouts, like I just talked about. And I've got something on the bougie end if we're thinking like really investing in our self-care and in our calming skincare. This next one that I'm going to talk about is sort of like the other end of the spectrum. So whatever you're into, I got you. This is from Indie Lee. I feel like I'm a spokesperson for Indie Lee. I should be. Can they call me? Someone let them know. But anyway, in the meantime, while I'm not a spokesperson, this is the latest product that I have tried from them. And I can honestly say that they've never missed for me so far. I just got acquainted with the brand through Verishop. Like I'd always heard about Indie Lee and I'd always like wanted to try it so badly because their packaging is gorgeous. I had heard such great things about the brand. And I know they also sell like that little discovery set. So you can kind of try a couple of their products and see what you really think. And Verishop kind of had all of my Indie Lee dreams coming true. So I've been constantly ordering Indie Lee and I'm now obsessed. I can honestly say, again, every single product I've tried from them has slapped. And the first product that I tried from them was, it was their brightening face wash. And that has become my daily face wash. I literally use it every single day. Smells amazing, makes my face feel brighter, helps with hyperpigmentation, which is one of my main skincare concerns, like I was mentioning earlier. So once I tried that cleanser, I was like, okay, so I'm sold. What's next? And after I tried out their cleanser, this is the next thing I went for. I kind of went from 0 to 100. This is the Superfruit facial cream. And so I was looking through Indie Lee, you know, doing all of my research on every single product that I need to get. I have a list on my phone. But what I was really looking for was a moisturizer that was going to be kind of lightweight because we were sort of going into summertime. You know, I didn't want like a super thick, super creamy moisturizer that was going to feel too heavy. And I also was really hoping for something, if it didn't have SPF in it, I wanted it to be like, have some sort of protection aspect because I have been super conscious, especially recently, about SPF in my skincare and making sure that I'm really trying to protect my skin as much as I can. Yes, love. We love SPF here. I talk about SPF constantly. I feel like I'm my hobby is SPF. My personality trait is SPF, but I think that's fine, right? That's healthy. So this Superfruit facial cream I love because it is repairing and protecting. So what it basically does is it can help heal dry or sun damaged skin. And it also helps to protect your skin from things like, you know, UV rays, wrinkles, other sort of like pollutants, everything like that that you can come into contact with. So this is perfect for what I was looking for. And Bottle has a ton of product in it. You definitely don't need very much. A little bit goes a super long way. And again, I do know that this product is expensive, but it's worth it. At least it has been for me. I think I will repurchase it. And that's something I don't take lightly, especially with something like a moisturizer. You know, I'm like, oh, I could get any moisturizer, right? But I have really loved this. So I think I will be repurchasing when the time comes. Not anytime soon because I have so much left still. But it feels super, super smooth when you put it on. And again, it's not thin, so it doesn't feel like watery or anything like that, but it's definitely not like a wintertime moisturizer. And what I typically love to do with this is I will wear this one during the day and sometimes even at night, depending on how I'm feeling. So it's also great for layering with your serums. So if you're a serum gal, I recently have sort of become one. This is a great moisturizer to mix in with your serums, or if you're using this meltdown oil from Bloom, this also mixes really well with this moisturizer just because the consistencies kind of work together. So when you put them together, it doesn't feel like oil and water mixing. It actually feels like they can be a good combo. So this moisturizer, I'm not sure what else I even need to say about it. It makes your skin glow, which is what we always want. It protects your skin, which is, again, my main thing that I was really trying to look for. And also, one of the reasons that I look for that is not only because I love SPF and care about SPF, exactly, hearts for the SPF, but because I mentioned earlier, one of my issues is hyperpigmentation. And of course, the sun does not help that. So if you're someone who deals with hyperpigmentation, you probably already know this, but if you don't, basically, if you have like acne scarring or, dark spots on your skin anywhere and you're really trying to get a more even skin tone, one of the most important things that you can do is to really protect your skin, because when you put sun onto those dark spots or onto those acne scars, it really just darkens them, right? And what we want is hopefully for them to lighten over time so that you can get that even skin tone that you're looking for. And that is kind of why I was looking for a repairing, sort of protecting moisturizer. And I've never really used a product like this. I feel like I have a lot of thicker moisturizers for winter time. I've tried like gel moisturizers. I've tried like, moisturizers that come in like a little tub. I've tried it all. I've gone from like one end to the other. But I think this for me has been something that I've been using super consistently and reaching for, which kind of tells me that it was worth it. It's something that you kind of go back to again and again. And it's just great. It's kind of seamless in my skincare routine. So I feel like sometimes when I'm trying out new skincare products, you kind of have to like force it in there. You're like, oh, I said I wanted to try this moisturizer. Let me just like use it for a few days, a few weeks, see how it is, whatever. But I feel like this just was natural. She fit right in with the rest of the family. So I've been really, really loving this. Cannot recommend it enough. If you're someone who's looking for, oh, and also I wanted to mention, Indie Lee does have a, what do they call it? It's like a more oil-based moisturizer. And I was looking at that one to see, which one I thought might be better for my skin. And it seems like they're kind of similar in terms of the moisturizing effects that they provide. But I would recommend this one if you are more like combo or maybe oily skin type. And I would probably recommend their sort of like moisturizing oil moisturizer if you're maybe leaning on the oilier side, or if you're leaning on the drier side. Yes, because this one is lighter. It doesn't have as many oils in it, so I think there's less risk of it like clogging your pores or anything like that. And we want to avoid that at all costs. So this is the Indie Lee Superfruit Facial Cream, and she's gorgeous. I love her so much. I mean, stunning, stunning. And this last product that I wanted to talk about tonight is, I guess, kind of more of a tool than it is just a product. And it's something that I have actually had for a while. I've had like different versions of this product, and then I got a new one because I kind of forgot. It's one of those things I forgot I had it, and then I rediscovered it and I was like, wait, I love this. So I'll share it with you now. This is the Foreo Luna Mini 2. And this is such like a genius product. It kind of takes all the guesswork out of your skincare routine, which is super, super nice. Yes. So how do I even describe? I mean, I'm sure you probably heard of Foreo. I feel like the brand has definitely been around for a while and it's super well known. I mean, all around the world, like Australia, Europe. I mean, I've heard it many different places. So I think they have like an international market. But um, basically, what this does is it is a vibrating sort of facial massager, I guess I'll say. And you can either use it with like a cleanser, or you could even try using it with skincare. I sometimes will do that if I really want to like make my skincare really sink into my pores. Sometimes I'll use this side for that. And the cool thing about it is it has two different sides, and then it also has two different settings. So altogether, you can do like a bunch of different combos depending on what you need, what your skin needs. I've been trying to get better about listening to my skin. I feel like I always used to just do the same skincare routine every single day, day in and day out, because I thought that like consistency is key, which I think is true in a lot of ways. Um, but at the same time, I feel like now I've gotten to a point where I kind of listen to what my skin is telling me. That sounds crazy. That sounds like I'm like talking to myself, but it really works. So, for example, my skin today, she was feeling stressed. She was feeling a little stressed. And I knew that I wanted something maybe a little exfoliating, but a mask that wasn't like too heavy or too harsh, because my skin has been more sensitive recently. So that's why I chose this mask that I have on. So that's just an example of how you can sort of cater your skincare to what your skin needs. But back to this. So it has two sides. This side is, I think, like the classic side. This is the side I would use for just washing my face, with just like your cleanser. And what it does is it really helps the product really get into your pores. So probably a lot of you double cleanse. I feel like that is the trend because it makes so much sense. I double cleanse most of the time. So I'll cleanse once to get all the makeup off my face. And then I'll cleanse again to really deep clean into the pores. And this is genius for that. So instead of like sitting there, you're probably already exhausted. You've had a stressful week. It's been a long day at work. You just want to go to bed. Instead of sitting there rubbing your face for what feels like literally hours, you can just use this. It does it in like half the time. You don't even have to think about it. And it's amazing. So if I turn it on, you can probably hear this, right? But it does vibrate a little bit. And then there are two buttons, like one on either side here. And this one will take it up a notch. So then it will accelerate the vibration a little bit. And then there's also like a little minus button that helps you bring the vibrations back down to like a normal level. And then if you want to turn it off, all you have to do is press that. So it's basically like electric toothbrush, but for your face. And it does have a little charger, so you can just charge it in the back right there, which is so handy dandy and very cute. And comes in so many cute colors too. At first, it's like, do I need to invest in a skincare tool? Is that something that's really worth it? But I think in terms of convenience, ease of use, especially when you're stressed out, exhausted, cannot commit to your skincare routine, which this week unfortunately has been me, this is a lifesaver and really saves you a lot of time. This side, the second side, has like thicker sort of like bristles. So this side has those like thinner bristles with a few at the top. And then here is the other side. And this side, I would say, is maybe not for like a cleanser. I would probably use this. I've used it with like some skincare products. So if I'm using like a serum or even a moisturizer that I really want to sink into the skin, I've even used this side for that. So you can kind of use it for whatever purposes you need it for. But I would say this side is your side for like cleanser, you know, your actual skincare part of things. And again, it's just like so handy, so cute. You can like toss this in a weekend bag if you need to go somewhere. Super easy to toss in like your luggage if you're traveling. So the size is also super handy. I know that this is the Luna Mini. There is also the regular Luna. It's not too much bigger. I have a couple of friends who have that one, and I think that's also super great. I think whichever one you want to go for is perfect. But I think that this one, especially for traveling, convenience, I think I like this size better for what I was looking for. So right now it is on sale. I know everything's on sale. And I would really recommend trying it out if you are looking for some kind of face brush tool. I know that there's so many on the market. So it's like, very hard to make that decision of like which one to get. Some of them feel like they're probably similar. I mean, I know that like Clinique has some. I know that like Michael Todd even has like a brush of some kind now. But what I like about this is that it's silicone. So I found that a lot of other face brushes that I was seeing on the market recently, they have like bristles, almost like a toothbrush, but sort of like larger and on your face. I think even, does the Clarisonic also have that? But there are quite a few that have those bristles. And I find that sometimes that's difficult to clean. And if you do get a skincare tool like this, you do need to make sure that you take a little time to clean it pretty regularly, just because you obviously don't want to get any sort of like bacteria or anything in these bristles and then be putting that back onto your face. So I think that is really the only danger. But the great thing about it is when you're washing your face, you can even, after you're done using it, you can even just use your cleanser to give it a little scrub. So you can kind of do it all at once. So it shouldn't take like extra time, because I feel like, for example, when you're cleaning like makeup brushes, you have to like go through a whole process, right, to do that. So this is sort of like one and done, which is super nice. And sometimes I'll even just like pop this in my shower if I'm doing like a shower after the gym. I'll use it for that, especially to get like sweat, everything like that out of my pores. And then it kind of just cleans itself off, rinses itself off in the shower. So that's also something super, super useful. But I love this. And I'm so, so happy that I rediscovered Foreo, because I remember I was like obsessed with all of their skincare tools like a couple years back. And I had this whole phase where I had like multiple, which was like overkill. Exactly. The diamonds, which was like overkill. Did not need that many. But I sort of had like a Foreo collection going on. And now I've dialed it back. Okay. Like I got myself together and I only have one. So it's just so cute, so convenient, so useful. And it also lasts a really long time on one charge. So that is something great. I think we have to charge everything now. It's like USB this, like our headphones, our toothbrushes, which can be a lot for me at least. So I like the fact that this also goes for a pretty long time on one charge. So you shouldn't be having to like plug it in, plug it in, plug it in all the time. So that is kind of my little set of stress relieving skincare. I've been using all of these this week because I can't. It's just one of those weeks where I can't. And every night I'm like so exhausted. I'm like, can I do my skincare routine tonight? Are we going to make it through? And with these, I have, which is very impressive. Even on those nights when I feel like I really just want to fall into bed and pass out, I've been able to do this, which is very, very great. And also, none of these should take too long to like integrate into your routine. So this, you can just use this with your moisturizer. Super easy, super simple to sort of get that into your routine. This can be your moisturizer. So it should be something that you're probably already using some of. And this is maybe just something a little more luxurious, a little more, self-care based, especially for those weeks when you and your skin have had it. And then this, I think, just makes your life easier in terms of your skincare routine, how you're applying everything, and making sure that even when you are kind of exhausted or kind of stressed out, you're not slacking, right? This holds me accountable. So that is sort of my holy grail products for right now. And, other than that, stress relieving, do a face mask, try and get in a little time for a little yoga, a little deep breathing, take a moment, have some tea, light a candle. All of those things seem very small, I think, at first, but in combination, they can really help relieve your stress and therefore your skin stress. And it really does make a difference if you just take those little moments wherever you can, whether that's like adding on a couple of minutes to your morning skincare routine, taking a couple extra minutes at night to do a face mask when you have the time. It all really adds up. So that's my wisdom. That's my skincare wisdom for tonight. But with that, again, exhausting week. I'm going to go to bed and I am going to wash off this face mask, de-stress, and maybe I'll put some cold spoons under my eyes. Who knows? But I will see you all back next Wednesday, same time, same place. We're going to continue our sort of skincare convos, wellness, health and wellness, and I will see you then. I hope you all have a good rest of your night, and I hope you all take a moment for some de-stressing, for some relaxation this evening or this week. Bye, everyone. See you next Wednesday.